is Jade Ashley and welcome to another video of When the Beat Drops. I hope you guys are ready to see the hottest beats of the week. Stay tuned. So I want to introduce something new to the videos. I decided to do something where I would pick my favorite song of the week. I don't know when or where I will say what's my favorite song throughout the video. It might be somewhere up here, somewhere at the bottom. It might be part of the outro. I'm not sure. So be sure that you continue to watch throughout the entire video to see my song of the week. Okay guys, so let's get into today's topics. So I'm sure you guys can already tell that I'm going to talk about Love and Hip Hop LA. It premiered this past Monday, so of course that will be the first topic of discussion. And I don't even know where to start. Jesus. I don't know where to start. But I guess we can start with the beginning of the show. So the first cast member that we all get to see on the show, it starts with Tierra Marie. Now, I'm sure many of us are familiar with Tierra Marie, and she's even made appearances on Love and Hip Hop New York with the original cast. She came on the show as Emily B's friend and whatnot, and I'm sure you guys know she's a former, Rockefeller artist and so forth and so forth. So basically, her introduction to the show is, or the only reason why, I guess the love part of her being on Love and Hip Hop is her connection to Ray J. So about maybe 2-3 years ago, I did hear about her and Ray J, dating and stuff or whatever. But this is what Tierra says, and as I watched the show, I kind of realized there's some issues with this cast. I will say that this cast has to be like the most relevant cast as far as music goes, because there's a lot of people who are that we know that definitely either had music, has music out currently. So I give Mona, kudos for the casting, of this, particular series of your franchise. But like I said, back to Tierra Marie, one of the first things she says, within the first couple of minutes she's on the screen, she says, yeah, my ex-boyfriend is Ray J, and we dated for 9 years. So the first thing that pops in my mind is Tierra Marie got a math problem. She can't count. So I said 9 years. Whoa, I think you're pushing it. I don't know if I guess she forgot, oh, this is going to be on TV. Somebody might do their homework like myself and add up the years. And, 9 years seems like a little bit extreme. I'll let her slide with a little bit of 4 years, maybe 3.5. I'll go as far as 5 because, it could have been under wraps before we knew about it publicly. But 9 years, she pushing it. So I sat here, did my homework, and did my math. We are in 2014. 9 years ago was 2005. Tierra Marie's, and yes I have it, excuse my handwriting, her debut album on Rockefeller came out in 2005. I know for sure in 2005 when she was on Jay-Z's label and she was Jay-Z's artist, her debut album came out, she was not dating no damn Ray J. And then on top of that, Ray J been all over the place. Sitting here talking about he hit it first when it came to Kim Kardashian. And before we even get to that, he had like 2 seasons of For the Love of Ray J on VH1. So this, what 9-year relationship do you speak of? And just to show you guys, this is not just me. Ray J, he recently did an interview with Angie Martinez on Power 105.1, and she asked him about, this whole 9-year relationship, and he didn't know what the hell she was talking about neither. And for proof, I have the audio.
So, how did I not even know that he was dating before Tierra Marie?
We all trying to figure that out, Angie.
What do you mean? So this wasn't public, right?
We all trying to...
how long was that going?
Trying to add it up. We're still trying to figure this thing out.
You don't know how it happened?
Well, I've been knowing her for more than 9 years, but the way she put it, it got everybody confused because it's like 9 years, but then he did For the Love of Ray J. 2 seasons he was looking for love.
Yeah.
Found it a couple times. And then he went and was with, I was with another girl.
Couple of girls.
Before I fell in love. Now I'm...
To prove my point, so Tierra, girl, learn to count or tell the truth, one or the other. Don't put on for TV. And I mean, come on, this is 2005. We are in 2014, and you're sitting here tripping over Ray J. Ray J. I'm not saying Ray J's like a bad looking person or whatever, but put your career first. I told you, 2005. I'm only holding one album. I don't have 2, 3 more. Why? Because you don't have 2 or 3 more. So it's like, get your head straight. You sitting here tripping over Ray J, and Ray J obviously got a new girlfriend who's grimy, by the way. Who's grimy. She didn't have to do that to her. But I mean, like, come on, like, damn. Okay, the next, I'm only speaking about the people that are relevant so far as the people that we know. So I'm not going to speak about the entire cast. But aside from Tierra Marie and, you know, Ray J, it's Omarion and his girlfriend. I don't want to just call her baby mama because she is his girlfriend. So his girlfriend, April, you know, it was their introduction to the show. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt some type of way. I don't know if y'all can see behind me, but this is my bow out in the Omarion wall. I was one of those girls where I was in love with B2K, particularly Omarion, and I was in love with Bow Wow. And at one point in time, I thought I was married to Omarion. So all jokes aside, she's really pretty. But you know, it's not even issues within like their relationship. It's like his mom. My ex-mother-in-law, Leslie, when I'm playing. But seriously, like, I guess you can say she's like the Mama Jones and Mama D of this franchise. You know, we always need that crazy mom or whatever. So I guess that would be her role. And she was kind of tripping on April, talking about finances and all this other stuff. I don't know. I don't have too much to really say about that, but they're cute together, and their son Mega is cute, so I'll leave it at that. So yeah. And then we have to talk about Soulja Boy and his girlfriend Nia. Another person that can't count. Another person that needs to go back to school and get that math straight. So Soulja Boy, okay, Nia, she says her and Soulja Boy were together for 8 years. Okay, again I say we are in 2014. Now, last week I talked about you guys, you know, watching Sisterhood of Hip Hop. So you mean to tell me Love and Hip Hop is on Monday and he with this girl that he been with for 8 years, but Tuesday could come and he on Love and Hip Hop with Diamond. And mind you, Soulja Boy and Diamond started dating around 2011, and I remember very vividly because I was like, Soulja Boy and Diamond is together? So that's 2011. 3 years later, we are in 2014. And he's on Love and Hip Hop. And this girl talking about they've been together for 8 years. But wait. Aside from her not being able to count, she pops up and she says, oh yes, I have a 1-year-old daughter. So she had a daughter with someone else outside of their 8-year relationship. So obviously, if he was running around town with Diamond and you was obviously running around town with somebody else and then you had a baby with that person, y'all was not together for 8 years. Y'all need to subtract some years and add the right amount of years. And then on top of that, this is Teddy Riley's daughter. No shade, no shade, no shade. In my Nicki Minaj voice. Soulja Boy. But how the hell Teddy Riley is gonna let his daughter date Soulja Boy? I don't want to say any bashing words towards Soulja Boy, but I mean, he looked a little bit funny on camera. So I'm sitting here like, Teddy Riley, legendary Teddy Riley, and then you have his daughter dating someone like Soulja Boy. Yeah, it did not add up to me neither. It really did not add up to me. Okay, the last, I guess, couple or cast members that I want to speak about on the show is Little Fizz. But I guess he goes by Fizz, but he doesn't want to be called Fizz. He wants to be called Drew. Now, I haven't seen him in so many years. And when I tell you, just looking at him on the show, he looked like he'd been through hell and back. I felt so bad watching him. I was like, damn. Ish got real for him over the years. He talked about how he, you know, tried to do his solo career and that quite didn't work out. Then he ended up having a baby. Now he got baby mama drama. He had to get a restraining order on his baby mama. And he had, you know, full custody. But then that wore off. So they both have custody. But she didn't have nowhere to live, so the baby has to live with him, and she's calling him and harassing him like, I want to speak to my son. And he's like, your son don't want to speak to you, and he's sleeping. Don't be calling me at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, typical baby mama drama, obviously. And you see it all in his face. He just looked worn out. And I was like, damn, Fez. Damn. Yeah. I don't know. I will say that, you know, this upcoming season of Love and Hip Hop, it really, honestly, truly seems very interesting. Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, VH1, Mondays nights at 8 p.m. So check it out. So this week, August Alsina, this Monday actually, the same night as Love and Hip Hop, August Alsina was at Irving Plaza here in New York City. And first and foremost, I wanted to go to this show so bad, but the simple fact that I had class that night, and by the time I made it to the city, the show would have been started and all of this other stuff. So I was really upset about that. But then to know that the same exact show that I was like literally seconds away from buying tickets for, because I was really honestly, truthfully, to God, I'm just going to be honest right here on camera, even if my father sees this, I was going to not go to class. I was going to skip class and I was just going to go see August. But I did the right thing. What would Jesus do? So I did that and I went to class. But all jokes aside, like seriously, August Alsina, he was performing at Irving Plaza, and I just see all over the place, August Alsina, he fainted off the stage, he hit his head. And I'm like, what is going on? So, you know, I'm like looking into everything. So apparently what happened was he was actually performing his song Numb. And in the middle of performing, while he's in the middle of singing, he just falls off the stage. And, you know, yeah. So I felt really bad about that, and this is actually a statement released from TMZ. They said, the No Love singer suffered multiple seizures. A rep for Alsina says that he is currently in ICU at New York City Hospital and receiving treatment for the seizures. According to the rep, doctors did not find any drugs aside from marijuana in his system. At this time, they believe the fainting was triggered by exhaustion and dehydration, which I pretty much understand because, like, literally August has been working non-stop. Like, non-stop. Not to mention that when this tour was to end, he was supposed to, and I don't know if it's still going to happen, so hopefully it does. He was, you know, supposed to be part of Usher's, you know, You Are Experience tour. So, I mean, he just needs, like, the rest. And actually, for the first time today since Monday, August posted to his social media to speak to his fans, and he posted a picture, and I'll make sure to insert the picture right over here somewhere so you can see what he entered. And this is what he said as a caption under the picture on his Instagram. He says, "This is a bit graphic, but I wanted to share this with every follower of mine. I woke up out of a 3-day coma, and this guy," and he tags his friend right here, "never left my side. What I'm trying to say is cherish the ones in your life who cherish you and take good care of yourself. Your life can be gone in a split second. I'm recovering well, and thank you for all of your prayers and concerns, Young." So I just want to, you know, send my well wishes to my BFF, August Alsina, and just rest up and, you know, do what you gotta do. And August seems to know he got some die-hard fans out here, because when I tell you Alsina Nation was sitting here carrying on every social networking site I have, whether it was Instagram, whether it was Facebook, whether it was Twitter. Pray for August. Oh my God. August, pray for my baby. I love him. I'm about to cry. No, I need to go to the hospital. So, August, you need to know your fans, they love you to death. Like I said, once again, well wishes, and see you soon on stage, hopefully. Because I really do want to go to the UR Experience and see you open up for Usher. So, yeah. So, following the August Alsina situation, I want to talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z. So, it was reported this week, or it was leaked, or I don't know how true this is, because, you know, Beyonce and Jay-Z are very much private with just about every freaking thing. But it was reported that now that they're finished with the whole On the Run situation, and by the way, you know, last week they did On the Run. They had 2 shows in Paris, And those shows were recorded and they will be shown on HBO tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So if you guys haven't had the chance to, you know, experience the On the Run tour this past summer, or if you did experience it like myself and you want to relive it because it was just the best night ever, then be sure to tune into HBO Saturday night, which is tomorrow at 9 p.m. But back to the topic of discussion other than the HBO special. It was reported that Jay-Z and Beyonce are working on a joint album together. I mean, it makes sense as far as, you know, they just did a joint tour, so why not do a joint album? But then again, Beyonce and Jay-Z are those artists that are, like, pretty much unpredictable, so you just have to wait and see. But they're supposed to be doing an album together, and they are, so it's like the theme for it is supposed to be like On the Run. I don't know how true that is, but DJ Ski, you know, broke the news or leaked it or whatever, so you guys can listen to the audio. I don't want to believe anything until Jay-Z and Beyonce comes out and say, hey, look, this is what's going on, because, you know, Beyonce won't tell you the album is out until the album is actually out. Jay-Z gonna give you like at least 2 weeks till he say, hey, I got an album coming out in 2 weeks. Then, you know, they like to pop up on our asses. So just listen to this.
Into the Daily Ski Mix up here on Dash Radio, and I've teased that I had some exclusive info. I couldn't even hint at it before because I thought somebody would take me out. That's how serious this is. Now, the biggest couple in music, maybe entertainment, maybe it's crazy. But anyways, they're working on an album together. You know what I'm talking about. Jay-Z and Beyonce, I've confirmed and talked with a couple sources. Now, we all know what Jay-Z did with Samsung last year. We all know how Beyonce came out of nowhere, but this secret would top all of them, even that new U2 album. What do you guys think? At DJ Ski, at Dash_Radio.
So yeah, I don't know. So I guess we'll have to just wait until the day before the album comes out, or if there is an album, or for them to make a, you know, announcement about it. But I mean, that'd be pretty dope, and I mean, I guess that would result into another tour. I'm not sure. Maybe they should take a break, you know, just a little break, you know. But I mean, yay! Jay-Z and Beyonce new album. Hopefully, I cross his fingers, because I would want that like everyone else would. So moving on, we are going to talk about Chris Brown. As you all know, Chris Brown's new album X released this past Tuesday, and it's amazing. Like, I love the album. Like, as you guys know, I mentioned before, I pre-ordered the album, so I was really excited and waiting for the album to come out. At 12 o'clock a.m. I made sure to go to my iTunes, and I had to make sure the album was downloading, because I was like, I need to listen to this album right now. So far, my favorite songs on the album, and I'm gonna go in order as far as like how the track list appears or whatever. So my favorite song is Songs on 12 Play, featuring Trey Songz. I don't know what that's about. But Came to Do It, featuring Akon. Time for Love, Autumn Leaves, featuring Kendrick Lamar. Do Better, featuring Brandy. Oh my god, I love that song. It was crazy is that, like, on the album it doesn't say featuring Brandy, but if you know real singers and you know real music, you can tell Brandy's voice anywhere. So Do Better is featuring Brandy, just in case anybody could not tell. That's Brandy on the track. And then my last favorite is Drunk Textin', featuring Jhené Aiko. So those are like my top favorites on the album so far. I'm sure as I listen to the album more and more and more, the whole album might be my favorite. But I mean, the X album is available now. If you guys did not know, it's an amazing album. And yeah, I want to give a shout out to my friend Chris, because he said the next time you mention, you know, Chris Brown in the video, you gotta give me a shout out. So shout outs to Christian. He's like Chris Brown Jr. So he's like one of the biggest, you know, Chris Brown fans that I know. So hi Chris. Yeah, and then another thing, I mean, this is like real short or whatever. So according to Media Takeout, they're talking about that Karrueche's pregnant. I mean, honestly, truthfully, if there's any website that I will not pay attention to, it's probably Media Takeout. But they're saying that Karrueche says she's pregnant, which I pretty much doubt. The only way I'm ever going to believe that is if Chris Brown and Karrueche say, hey, look, she's pregnant. And I don't know if they're getting that from the fact that maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, Chris Brown had posted something with Karrueche being his Women Crush Wednesday and saying, hey, she puts up with all of my ish, when you gonna have my baby? So maybe he was playing, well, he was playing, obviously, but I doubt that they're pregnant. And if they are pregnant, kudos to them, but I'm not going to believe it until one of them say it. So, yeah. So let's see, moving on to our final topic of the day, I'm going to talk about the Aaliyah biopic. So this is not new news. I mean, I just didn't have the web show at the time, but the Aaliyah biopic that's supposed to appear on Lifetime. First Zendaya was to take the role, but then, well, first Zendaya had the role, and then she, you know, declined the role because there was obviously no blessing from the family as far as, you know, making the film. And then on top of that, she said production wasn't right. So since then, they have a new Aaliyah, and Aaliyah will now be played by Alexandra Kipp. Now, I actually put a photo. There's a photo that was released with Alexandra, and she's pretty much convincing as far as, you know, the looks go for the whole Aaliyah, like, because everyone was saying how, like, Zendaya did not look like Aaliyah. So whatever the case may be, the Alexandra girl, she looks like Aaliyah in the picture that I'll put up here. I don't know who the guy is supposed to be playing that's sitting next to her. At first I thought that was maybe R. Kelly, and then I thought that might have been, you know, Damon Dash, but it turns out Damon Dash is supposed to be played by Anthony Grant, and that's not Anthony Grant in the picture that I'm gonna have right here. But yeah, so that's who's playing Aaliyah. And then I'm sure you guys have seen the picture of the two people who are supposed to be playing Missy Elliott and Timbaland. So Missy Elliott is supposed to be played by, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce her name properly, so I'll definitely put her name at the bottom so you guys can see it. But Missy Elliott is supposed to be played by Catrice Doble, I don't know, and Timbaland is supposed to be played by Isaac Smith. Now everybody went in a frenzy over the summer when they saw this picture, and it was like, they don't look like Jay-Z. I mean, sorry, they don't look like Timbaland and Missy Elliott. First of all, the complexion is off. One person looks, you know, somewhat Asian. I don't know what the case is, and I honestly, truthfully do not know the direction that this, you know, movie is going in. But at the end of last season of the Wendy Williams show, Wendy announced that her production company took on the project, and this week she actually announced that the film will be coming to television sooner than we thought. It was supposed to be early 2015, but now the film will be premiering on Lifetime on November 15th. So I want you guys to actually comment, hit me up, let me know if you guys gonna actually watch the movie, or if you're not, don't care too much, because it seems like they had some casting issues in the beginning, and it seems like they got Aaliyah right, but they ended up getting Timbaland and Missy wrong. I don't know. Then again, I remember when they casted, you know, the whole TLC flick for VH1, everybody was going off until the movie actually came out, and they did like a great job. So I don't want to be too quick to judge, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know. And then on top of that, like, Aaliyah was like definitely one of, without a doubt, my #1 top favorite singer. So it's like, for someone, or for an artist that meant the most to me out of anybody, it's like, y'all better not F this up. Like, please don't mess this up. So I don't know, but the Aaliyah biopic will be premiering on Lifetime November 15th. So if you guys are interested, make sure you check it out. 9 times out of 10 I'll probably watch it, and you know I'm gonna criticize the hell out of it. I'm gonna say if it's good, if it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. It gotta represent, you know, my sis Aaliyah, you know, properly. So yeah, so I want to thank you guys for tuning into this week's video of When a Beat Drops. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I did say I was going to start doing the songs of the week. So this week's song is August Alsina, No Love. It appears on his debut album Testimony, which is out right now. And actually at the beginning of this week he released a music video to the remix featuring Nicki Minaj. So if you guys actually want to go check out the video, you can head over to my blog, jade-ashley94.blogspot.com. I'll be sure to link the blog below so you can guys check out the video. And I want to thank you for tuning in this week once more, and don't forget to comment on my videos, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share them with others, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.